Okay guys, here we go with some hints for homework sheet 12. The first question, the 3 bears. So the ratio of their ages is 60 to 40 to 10. One assumes that the baby bear is the youngest one. Okay, first thing I would like to do with these ratios is I would like to cancel them down to 6 to 4 to 1. Okay, just to make life a wee bit easier for us. Now baby bear's porridge was 15 degrees, so if we put the 15 degrees in for baby bear, then we should be able to work out how much the middle bear and the other bear is. Okay. Question 2. The Great Beanie Company estimate that 9% of their beans will be coffee flavoured. Okay, Mr. West has tested this assumption, the holidays, and he found that there were 64 coffee beans out of a possible 668. And there's a couple of ways you can do this question. If Mr. West found that there were 64 out of 668, then you could work that out as a percentage. So divide that on your calculator times 100. Okay, and get your answer. And then compare it to this one up here. Or you could say if 9% is supposed to be coffee, then what is 9% of 668? Because that's the number of beans that you'd expect to be coffee. And then once you've got that number, this time we're going to compare it against the 64. Remember, we're looking for a wee sentence in your answer to explain it. Question 3, solve this equation. So we're looking for a number that 5 and 2 both divide into, so it's 10. So I'm going to put a little 10 there, I'm going to put a little 10 there, and I'm going to put a little 10 there. Now 5 goes into 10 twice, so that means we've got 2 lots of 3x add 1. 2 goes into 10 5 times, so I'm taking away 5 lots of x, take away 1, and then this is the one that people forget to times. 10 times 1 is 10. Okay, if you remove the brackets, you should get a nice wee easy number, x equals something. Okay, what I would say to you is just be careful, because you've got that negative sign there in the middle and you've got a negative sign in the bracket, so just be careful when you do the negative, multiply the negative. Question 4, okay, the one that was in the test that we made a wee bit of a mess of. 9 to the power of half. Well, you should know that power of half means square root. So turn that into a square root. 8 to the power 2/3. Again, you should know that that means the cube root of 8 squared. So work out each of these, add them together to get your final answer. 5. What is the probability of rolling a prime number? Well, first of all, we need to know what a prime number actually is. So if you think all the ways the dice can come up, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5 and a 6, which ones of those are prime? Once you know how many it is, divide by 6. What's the probability of picking the girl out of that classroom? Oh, sorry, it's not a girl. What's the probability of picking a boy out of the classroom? Not a girl, so let's just change this. Okay, what's the probability of picking a boy? Now, in the class there were 12 boys and 15 girls. So the probability of picking a boy is there's 12 chances, because there's 12 boys out of 27 pupils. Okay, and then once you get this answer, write it as a decimal. So in other words, do 12 divide 27. Get this answer up here, write that as a decimal, and then compare them. And then once again, write your sentence. Sentences are important on this week's homework. Okay, the magic word in the question here is discriminant. Now discriminant is something you should know. The discriminant is the formula b squared minus 4ac. The little bit that's inside the square root. So write down what your a is, write down what your b is, write down what your c is, put them into this formula, work it all out, and then you'll get a nice number at the end here. Question's no finished. Because once again, you then need to write a sentence and explain what this answer actually means. So is it equal roots? Is it non-real roots? Is it two distinct roots? That's what you're going to write in there. Question 7. So we've got a pint of milk in Britain, okay, and the same in America. The inflation rate is 1.8% in Britain, so we're going to add that to 100. So that's going to give us 101.8, oops, that's 1001, sorry, 101.8%, which I can then turn into a decimal, 1.018. And I'm going to do 1.018 to the power. Now, how many years are we doing it for? We're doing it for 40 years. So to the power 40 times, and then the starting price of milk in Britain is 50 pence. So I can do that calculation and I'll get the price of the milk in Britain. Similarly, in America, the inflation rate is 2.5%. So do the same thing for America. The number to the power 40 times, and this time it started off at 45 cents in America. Okay, so do that calculation, get your answer for America. For part B, we've got the answer in pounds for Britain. We've got the answer in dollars for America from part A. Now it's not easy to compare them because they're different currencies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the dollars into pounds. And how am I going to do that? I'm going to divide by the exchange rate. Okay, and the exchange rate, it tells you in the question, £1 is equal to $1.30. So if I divide by the £1.30, I'll get this answer in pounds. I've got the British one already in pounds. I'll be able to compare these two, and guess what? We need a sentence to describe the answer. Okay, right guys, that hopefully will help.